Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here coming back at you with another video. So this is going to be a very short video, but this is a must-see video, okay? Now, you guys know I just took this recently out of storage and I've been riding it all week back and forth to work. And she runs absolutely awesome. Now, there's not a real problem yet. If I don't address the situation, there will be. Now, if you guys watched in some of my other videos, you'll note that I torqued the cylinder head down to 16 foot-pounds, which is what it's supposed to be by the book. And if you guys remember, and this is going back on a few videos, you know, back to last year, I said to you guys might have to re-torque them after the engine heats up and cools down. So I have to go ahead and do that with this bike, but I want to show you guys what happens if you don't torque your head down. It does loosen up, and when it loosens up, I'm going to show you some signs to look for. So you'll notice this does not mean I have a blown head gasket, by the way. This just means that the four studs are loose. But you can see right here, you can see like this oily film right there, and the rest of it looks like that. So that means that the head has loosened up there. And you can also see on the bottom, on the base gasket, see all the weeping? Okay, that is a telltale sign that your cylinder head bolts are loosening up. And this happens periodically. Right up in here, if you can see it too well with the lighting. You see how it's all shiny? Like it's all covered with oil? And it's going to blow back because the bike, you know, the direction of the bike is going. It's going to blow it all back. So you can see right here, you can see all the oil. Okay, that is from the cylinder head bolts loosening up. Now, do I have to replace my head gasket and my base gasket? The answer is no, you don't. You just got to re-torque it back to 16 foot-pounds. And this is a common thing that happens on the KEs, the KDs, the KMs, and all that. Is the bike in any danger? Well, if you keep riding it like that, eventually the gaskets will burn out, and then you'll start to suck air, and it could cause detonation. One sign you'll notice is that when you're riding the bike, this is what triggered this to do this video. Is the last time I rode the bike, I had to turn my idle up. Then, when I got to work, I had to turn my idle down. And then I got off the bike and did a full-on look over on it. And I'm like, yep, that's why, because that's the telltale sign. So there is no danger with the bike at this present moment. If I keep riding it like that, there will be. So I have to re-torque the head, and that is it. 16 foot-pounds. I'm going to check that, and once again, I check my tube. Make sure there's no dirt or debris in the oil tube. Check and make sure all my oil levels are full. The crankcase oil, which is not crankcase, I shouldn't call it. Transmission case oil is full, and the reservoir is full. And then that's it. Then you're all ready to drive, and obviously check your tire pressures and all that type of stuff. Make sure your lights work and your brakes. So I just wanted to do a short video and show you guys what happens if you don't re-torque your head gasket after so many, you know, rides, because it does happen. Now, I changed the head on this last year. You guys remember at the end of the season, I had the high compression head on this, which I robbed back off this bike and put it on the KE 102 build. So I have the factory head back on this bike. But this bike has been doing absolutely great. She's been running at a speed of 40, 45, not full throttle. Full throttle, I can go, hey guys, look at an inchworm. So she goes about 40, 45, and look, it even matches my bike, huh? And at full throttle, I'm getting 55 miles per hour out of it with a 50-tooth rear sprocket and a 16 front sprocket. So I'm happy with that. This is not a highway bike, and you really don't need to cruise faster than that anyway. Although some of you motorheads like to go 100 miles an hour, this bike's just not designed for that. I could get more out of it if I put a 16 front and a 40 back. Then the bike would really go. You'd be looking at like 65, close to 68 miles an hour. but we're not going to go that route with it because I don't want to blow this thing up, you know what I mean? So I like it where it cruises. I go to work, the top speed on my way to work is 30, and around this area the top speed is 35. I can cruise at 40, 45. I'm happy. So, and you obviously can't take this thing on a highway, so it's not a highway ride, so you don't need to go more than that. But common sense, you know, just kind of, you know, feel what the bike can do and what it can't do. And well, I've been riding long enough to know that that's a safe, happy medium for the bike, and you're still cruising right along. So anyway, I just figured I'd do a video and show you guys what happens with the head when it loosens up. Very, very, very common thing. We got a couple of other videos. We're going to be doing a gentleman asked me about top end specifications, so I have to do one on my KM. We'll be doing that probably Monday night, and I got some bolt specifications for you. I got a lot of stuff for you guys. I'm going to be hitting you guys with a lot of information really soon too. So stay tuned, and remember, check your torque. Don't tighten them with a ratchet. Use a torque wrench. Tighten them in the square sequence. After you do that, ride the hell out of the bike and then recheck it. Okay? So, anyway guys, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Thank you for all your support.